Folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years. And right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Right to the air is Carr.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
You know, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A look at the numbers last week for Olave.
6 catches, 88 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Carr.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Carr completes it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On play action, now Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his kick is indeed good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
On first down, Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You look at the Saints defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr going to throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on. There is a flag down.
personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Smith catches left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies. Find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It's taken to the 26.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Throwing is Hurts. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Jalen Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Back to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now Carr.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Carr now to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So nothing doing there, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st down, Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
63, bang. Alpha.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go silver, right? Hey, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
26 yards.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Carr.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down is Carr.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's got a man. Complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
1 second, all that remains.
63, 63, 63. Call up, Yanni.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Hurts.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows. Here in the third quarter.
Saints 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Olave over the middle.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter, and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he comes back with one complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back.
734.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right on the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown from 17 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Going right back to Michael Thomas.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Carr now on 1st down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's got it.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Williams.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On play action, it's Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Ertz from a yard out.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one, and here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Silver, set. Hey, easy, 63, back. 63. Alpha.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 45 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Perry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Carr to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Perry. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Hey, 73. Yeti. Crowd left, Yeti.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
And the Eagles' 1st down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 24.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
One final try now for Carr. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from